Welcome to the Last Rabbit podcast. I'm your host, Kevin, the creator. And for all integrity of this conversation, it's unedited. Yeah.
So what you think about these nasty Nazis?
I think these new age Nazis not ready for these new age YNs. And I think these youngins gonna give them what they looking for. That's what I think.
Okay, now we seeing eye to eye, sir.
Yeah,
They
you'll
about to
never.
whip some ass out there.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I do. I've never been in a allegiance with no type of Nazi shit. You know what I mean? I'm not in for no type of hate type shit, but I do feel that people take their own narrative of what they believe of something, their ideology, and if they want to use it for hate, they got to take what come with it. But these young kids ain't gonna stand for it. They definitely not. They gonna whoop some ass.
But what do you think about these groups, though? Right, as far as politics go, what they call it, the far off, the far left, or whatever.
Far left,
Yeah.
far right. Well, once
So
upon a time in the early '90s, or during Reagan's era in the '80s, we believed that there was a far right, right? Like we believed things were too conservative. Now we have seen the effects of things being too liberal, right? Something as simple as a man go to prison. He say he identifies a woman. They put him in a female prison, and he rape a bunch of women and get them pregnant. And the warden say they can't do nothing about it because he identifies a woman. Like the idea of invisible parameters, I don't agree with. I do respect people who choose to be gay. That's their choice.
yeah,
But I will not acknowledge a woman as a man. And if
right,
and
right.
if I will not acknowledge a man as a woman. So if people want to throw a label on me for that, that's their business. But everybody's entitled to love how they want. But I'm not gonna acknowledge a man as a woman. Absolutely not.
And you should not, because you are what you are. If you're a man, you're a man. If you're a woman, you're a woman. I
And
agree
I
with
think
that.
I think that now that type of behavior is encouraged by what we call the far left. But if you against that, you're labeled transphobic or this, that, and the third. So everybody just has their own belief, their own values. I don't think less of them as a person. I just think for my own principles. For example, like imagine me telling y'all you have to acknowledge me tall. I know I'm 5'5", but I demand that Kevin think I'm taller than him. Kevin, you're not looking up when you talk to me. He like, well, I can't see you if I. Well, you're not acknowledging the fact that I'm taller than you. It's
Yeah,
just
that's crazy.
it's foolishness. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I do think that certain misinterpretation of policy is making people behave a certain way. So people, for example, like people took the hand gesture that Elon did as a Nazi symbol, but that same hand gesture is also a Roman salute, and it's also how we used to say the Pledge of Allegiance. We just recently changed that in modern times.
Okay,
So
so
people who have
let
hate in their heart are going to use whatever to
but
hate. People
okay,
who have love
let's
in
say
their heart.
this. Let's say this about it. I don't think that when he did that, right, that people who said that was a Nazi sign was off, though, because we got to look at the rest of what Elon Musk has been about, and he has not been about some good stuff.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying?
I'm very informed. I've been down with Elon from the year 2000, so we might not share the same views.
Right. Just like people was like, we used to love Donald Trump, right? We didn't know the no side of Donald Trump before he took office, but the business side. When he took
Understandable.
office, then we got to hear what he had to say. What he have to say has never been great. What Elon Musk is about has never been good. We looking at it.
I beg to differ. Elon Musk has made it possible for people who are financially informed to get rich. I'm one of them. I'm one of those
He's
people
a
that took that
business
information,
person.
and,
Okay, he
and
got a bit. He's a
I'm from where we
businessman.
from.
He's a businessman as well as Trump is a businessman. So we can see, the business side of it too. That ain't gonna go away. But also, there's some other stuff that's coming with it.
The thing,
Because
the thing in regards to Elon is that Elon is not he's the richest man in the world, and he live in a house smaller than yours. He's not a consumer. He's paid the most taxes in 1 year more than any person in history. He has exposed everything wrong with the government. Your government just spent $5 million putting a lobster on a treadmill to see how fast it runs. Your government got SSI paying people who are supposedly 150 years old, but they are nowhere to be found. They are exposing
what
what
that
the
got
far
what that
left has done.
what do that got to do if he exposing something for?
Because listen, Mario, if you
Go sit
worked
down.
really hard and you became a billionaire and you said, look, I could use tax laws to not pay taxes, but I feel I'm well off, so I'm going to pay my fair share of taxes. No billionaire has done this. You pay taxes. You create solar panels. You put all your money to humanitarian efforts. And then you try to expose corruption. And all people could say is, well, you're the richest man in the world. Why don't you just give money away? Because the world don't work like that. You
No,
have
I'm
more
not
money
telling
in
him to
your
give.
checking account than he does.
I ain't
You
worried
have
about
more
his
money
money.
in your checking account than he does. He
Listen,
has shares. So
I'm
he controls
not
these
worried about
shares
his
to
money.
leverage
We're not talking
businesses.
about his money. You're talking money. We're not talking money. We're talking about
What?
See, now check this out.
besides
Check,
his money.
What has he done that's counterproductive or
so
racist?
so look at this though.
He
Like
just
I'm a big
saluted.
fan.
He just Nazi saluted in front of the whole world.
People
So
interpret that as a Nazi salute.
It is.
well check this out
What else
because
is it?
I'm a big fan of Elon. I'm like one of the biggest.
I'm
But
not.
like the hand gesture, you know, by him doing this, he's making that okay. That hand gesture that was the same thing that was to salute in the Nazis and shit, and it's being used for now it's okay.
Just by him knowing that Hitler did it too, and knowing that most people, just like you said, most people
Like like
is gonna take it that way. They
like in
not
my
taking it
days,
that
in
because
my
he did
days,
that.
yeah, it's like in my days, if you did some shit like that in the wrong neighborhood, you could get punched in the face. It's like,
Well, I got a serious question here. This is a
yeah.
serious question. Why don't we hold people accountable who look like us, who preach the demise of us? When a
We do.
motherfucker talk about raping bitches, fucking hoes, giving them pills, shooting up the ops, why we don't hold them accountable?
We do. We don't. It's not a lot of us, but we do. I do. I hold you accountable for everything that you do that is bogus.
What do I do?
Especially,
What do I do?
I'm talking about in general, man. I'm talking about anybody who hop up and does something, especially racist. Because
So
even if you black, just like I earlier, but you wasn't on here earlier. But I told him, I said, even if you a Hebrew Israelite, whatever group, whether you a black hate group or you a white hate group, I'm on your helmet.
well, I think this. I think that one, Elon Musk is a troll. He trolls a lot of shit.
Yeah, but don't troll in that
I
way.
think, but hear me out. Hear me out. I think it's unfair for people to take the minor gestures you do and overlook the actual actions you do. So if someone took you for one comment you've ever said, maybe it's in a moment where you feel like you're being funny, and someone says, "No, that's derogatory," and they completely overlook all the good that Morrell does in the world. I find that ignorant. I think that we have to look at things in their entirety. And I think that the things that he has done for humanity far outweigh some bullshit ass gesture of him saying, "My heart goes out to you."
Yeah,
That's
but look,
how controlled people are. Let me overlook the fact that you have changed solar paneling, that you want to give the entire world free energy. Let me overlook the fact that you want to give every American citizen $100,000 a year despite their income. Let me overlook the fact that you want to completely eliminate hunger and poverty and just be mad at you because you did a hand gesture. Let me overlook the fact that you've
hey,
made millions and millionaires because you're doing a hand gesture.
it could be that he wants all of that for a certain group of people.
Not at all,
Meanwhile,
bro. You want it for all of us. Hey, listen, if
let's
you knew the
rid
information I know,
let's
if you knew
rid
the
the earth.
information I
They
know,
don't. Well, I know who he don't want it for,
listen, just
and
hear me
that's
out,
these
brother.
Spanish people that they sending out of here. They don't want it for them.
Hey, look, bro. Listen, I'm a Spanish person, and I'm telling you that I support deportation because I'm explaining something to you. Who had when America got every time America got something going on? Who bears the bullet of that? Black people and Spanish people that are citizens here. Black people always get the short end of the stick. The Spanish people also get the short end of the stick. And the justification for America is we got so much going on. So for the first time, we holding our
Who is man to tell somebody where they can go? Especially the
listen.
man who came over here and destroyed the people that was living here in the first place, took it from them, and then these people are more close into relative to these people. So it
Listen,
ain't
listen,
yours.
listen.
It ain't
You
yours.
cannot, you don't get to pick and choose how capitalism benefits you.
No, we ain't asked for capitalism. Did you talking about one man? One group of people came over here and decided they gonna take stuff, go steal these people, and force you to do this. And now
Listen,
because you
listen,
enforce this democracy on us, we
listen,
gotta accept it.
listen.
No,
That's a hypocritical statement because
that
you
ain't no hypocritical.
benefit from it when it works for you. If you get food
I don't
stamps,
benefit. I don't benefit from it.
do you have a job with a corporate entity? You work for UPS, right? That's a
And
corporate entity.
complaining the whole time. They don't pay you enough.
But listen to what I'm
What the
saying.
hell
Listen to
you
what I'm
talking about,
saying.
sir?
Listen, you may not be satisfied with it, but it meets your needs, right?
and don't meet my needs. That's what I'm
So
trying to
it
tell
don't
you.
help you pay your
I'm
bills.
hungry, nigga. Look how skinny I am. I'm starving, nigga. I need both
Okay,
hamburgers.
listen what I'm telling you. At the end of the day, we have plenty to say about people, but at the end of the day, bro, every person that puts an opportunity for other people is adding value. People
Look,
complain about Elon being rich. Elon employs over
I'm not complaining
4,000
about him.
some
You ain't
people.
heard, it ain't. I ain't said you still speak about this man money. You keep going back to this man money. I'm not talking about this man money. I'm
But
talking about this man evil hard for other
I don't see the
people.
evil you see. I see you
I know you
frustrated
don't.
about
You
the
too
transaction.
blinded by the dollar.
I'm
You
not
too
blinded by
blinded
the
by the
dollar,
money.
bro.
You impressed
Listen,
with the nigga money.
let me tell you something, bro. I'm not impressed with none of that. I apply the information and it benefits my life. I don't soak in ignorance. I don't sit here and cry victim. I take information, I apply it to my life, I get change.
I'm not a
And then
victim.
I take care of the people around me.
I'm a
That's called
voice
group economics.
shouting in the wilderness.
That's
And
called group economics. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
saying, look, we see what's going on in America, man. Ever since that this man took office, Trump, he has been aligning people like Elon Musk and other people who fit his narrative, right? He want to get all the other people out of there because he got an agenda, right? Like he doing everything right. And at the same time,
Bro,
hold on, let me finish.
Democrats
And
tried to
at the
get
same time,
immigrants here to take your rights away. They tried to get them to vote with no ID so they could take your rights away, so they could take your
I'm not
freedom
speaking
away.
on the immigrants either. This ain't about the.
You
This ain't
tripping.
about. Listen, this ain't a. My anger is not coming about what they doing to the immigrants or any of that. My anger is the racist people feel like it's showtime. The reason why you have them Nazis marching and stuff is because they feel the power of Trump being in office and they ready to regulate because they
Listen,
know ain't
bro,
gonna be
that's
no
their ignorance.
consequences
That's
for
their
their actions
that's
from
their
them.
ignorance. Do you know how many people took other leaders' information the wrong way?
Listen, when
Like,
you
think
ask
about that,
Donald
bro.
Trump, if I was to ask you right now, do you denounce these groups? You can plainly just say, yes, I denounce them. He ain't never did that. He said, stand down and stand, like he ain't general. So you already know what that is. Read between the lines. You're
Watch
not
this.
gonna
Just
you're not
watch
gonna
this.
tell me to be brainwashed by the system.
Just listen. Just watch
I'm
this.
a
You are
warrior.
brainwashed because the media told you
I ain't
that.
brainwashed, sir.
You watch clips controlled by Jewish media to make you believe that.
The Jewish
You
love
weren't
him.
there
What you
watching
talking
him
about?
speak.
That's what you don't get. The Jewish people love him. They up
You
him.
think so? You think so?
Yeah, they upping him right now.
Think so?
That's the people you don't. I don't listen to. I don't listen to nothing that's on TV. I look at reality. I look at what the world looking like. I look at what the mindset of the people. The media pushes the agenda of the people. That's all. That is a
So,
machine in itself.
so where are you
I'm
getting all
against
this
all
information
that.
from? Where are you getting this
It's
information
common
from?
sense, sir. It's just common
Have
damn
you gone
sense.
to a speech that Trump was speaking at?
I live in the world, sir. I live.
Where are you getting your information from?
I live in the world.
When is the
What you
last
mean?
time? When's the
I
last time you did a
breathe.
speech in
I
Chicago?
live. I'm paying taxes. I live in the world. Don't
Sure, you're
tell me
playing
I'm
the
not
So
game.
being affected.
so
You're
check
playing the
this out
game.
though. But check this out. Like, all right,
Go ahead.
so hypothetically, he did this hand gesture and it
Hell Hitler. That's what he did.
I think that it's
but wait, but
counterproductive for
wait, but wait.
people to constantly
But
put
listen,
blame
but
on
listen.
everybody else for individuals' actions.
Now check this out though.
Period.
It's
You
like
are responsible
if
for you.
you're the Jewish
You
people,
sound like Uncle Sam.
the Jewish people in America or the Jewish, wherever.
The
It's like
Jewish whatever, they bogus.
it was like how does like if they look at that thing as what the hand symbol kind of is used for, with the Germans and the Nazis and like the people being fucking, put in the fucking rooms with the acid and shit, it's like that's what we
This
see
is
it.
what y'all not speaking
Why you
about.
thinking that symbol?
This
That
what y'all
symbol.
not speaking about. This what y'all not
What he
speaking
did,
about.
that gesture don't just that
Kanye
don't just
West just released a shirt with a swastika on it.
yeah, and he
Kanye
bogus
West.
too.
So listen to what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has an influence. And if people choose to be influenced by these people, we are to judge the people who are following blindly. We are not to judge people
That's
who
what we're talking about. When we get on here, that's what I said. I said point at these people they're walking out of there because Trump is in office. They did this. I remember when he first won the first time. I was living in Cali. A woman was in one of those garages that goes up, and they attacked her in that garage in that thing. And I was just saying to myself, They know that this man's policies are racist, and they feel empowered because he's in office because he
So
does.
what about these little girls that was raped and murdered by immigrants that didn't get no regulation, that just was able to come over here?
Listen.
No, listen, I'm
What?
listening.
Listen. What about the little girls that's raped by Americans? What you
Hey,
talking
look,
about?
I think all child abusers should be
That's
murdered
the
on the
most
spot.
that's the most crime.
I think child abusers should have an expedited execution just so we
A
get
lot of people
everything
is
in cover.
doing. A lot of people is doing wrong. Treat them just like you would treat an American who raped somebody here. Lock them up. Do what you got to do legally and all of that. Sending them back. I'm not saying you can't send them back either. I'm not saying that. But are we just locking up rapers? No, they locking up people who's working and living and be. If they wasn't an immigrant, they'd be a model citizen. So
Hey,
you know
look,
why we
people
gotta
can't
throw
sit and say they
why
want
we gotta
change and then
demonize
resist
why we
change.
gotta
What you
demonize
want is to
all the
rebel.
immigrants? Are all immigrants just like saying because one black man broke the law, all black people are lawbreakers? So that's what you see. That sounds racist in itself.
Okay, so
Now
watch
you
this.
putting
So
rape on
let's use
every
your
immigrant.
example against you.
Is
Let's
every
use your
immigrant a
example
damn
against you.
racist? You sound
Let's
crazy,
use
sir.
your example against you. Let's use your example against you. One politician rubbed you wrong, so all politicians are racist.
Did I say all politicians? You
I'm
heard
asking
one
you a
name come
question.
out my mouth.
I'm just using the
Let me
example
tell
you.
you this. I'm gonna tell you like this. I think politics in itself is just mess anyway. So all
Okay,
of
so
them,
watch this.
yes.
You believe in a small government, right?
I don't believe in none of that. I believe that you
Okay,
should
do you
leave
think we
people
should have
alone.
a military? Do you think we should have a military to defend ourselves? Should we have a big military? Should America have the
Yes.
strongest military?
Yes.
But you
Of
don't think
course,
we should have a government, right?
everybody
Watch
should try
this.
to
Just
be.
watch. Just watch. But you believe we should minimize government, right?
I believe I ain't say minimize nothing. I said I believe that if a person should just do the right damn thing.
Okay, but we have to have laws. Do you think that we should have government? Yes or no?
You just heard me say. I think everything is run off of government. It's not the fact that you got a government. It's the fact that you got people acting crazy and being evil and choosing to be racist with their government official power. And you
Okay,
know that,
do
sir.
you identify with a political party? Do you consider yourself a Democrat or a Republican?
Oh hell no.
So neither one. You're a liberal. You speak for you.
I don't. I speak for me. Of course, I speak for me. I'm not
Okay.
gonna let them speak for me.
Okay.
I don't agree with their policies, neither the policies of the other people. So why would I join?
Did you have a problem with Biden's policy?
I had a problem with him.
Okay.
That's why I didn't vote for nobody, sir.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all
So
listen. I've been saying
how do you Morel Blake influence change? What can you do with the power you have right now to spark more thinking the way that you think?
I raise my kids. I teach them the
Okay,
right
that's a
way to
great
go.
start.
I
That's
teach
a
them the
great
right way to
start.
go. I treat people good. I am a good human being to people. I treat
Okay.
people how I'm supposed to treat them. I don't need no government to tell me how to be. They just need to
Okay.
let me make me some money and
Do
leave me the hell alone.
do you feel required to help people around you that have less than you?
Sir, I help as much as I can.
So you help within your circle, right? Within your reach. If you see
I
somebody
help
without a
within
shirt, you take your shirt off.
I
If you
help
see
within
somebody
my
without food, you
circle
give them
and
food.
without my circle. I don't go around. I don't have to document or none of that. When I do for people, like for example, and I'm saying this because I wouldn't have said this on a regular day. I'm saying it because we're having a conversation about it. But when I see whether they immigrants or whether the homeless people, if I got it to give, I swear I give it. Right? That's what I
Nothing
do.
wrong with that.
I don't look at a person for the color of their skin, of what they even got going on, and judge them and
Let me
say,
ask you guys a question though, about this immigration stuff, because you guys both live in Chicago residents. So, did you guys see a big problem with immigrants in
100%.
what was it?
100%. I see
And
that
don't
they was
talk.
piling them up in police stations and treating them like animals. You're not even giving them sufficient housing. But because they feel that they in an economy that's better than what they came for, they settle. And you're not bringing these people here with good intentions for them. You bringing them to try to get them to vote Democrat because you're trying to change laws in Democratic states that says that they don't have to have an ID to vote. So you're trying to trick them to believe that Democrats got them here for good intention when Democrats got them here with a personal agenda.
Okay. And then, real, did you see have a
yeah, hey, and see,
Did you have did you see a lot of immigrants and stuff in
Of
Chicago?
course, I was going to work in certain areas, and I seen them. Uh, or when I go places, like when I be going up Hill and Clark, I see them. They're out there every time I pass by certain spots. Maybe the same person out there or more. I feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? At the same time, do I think that, hey, let everybody else here? No, I don't. I'm a little bit with uh having some structure and everything. It's just that I know that these people is not coming at them only because what the point they putting out, because they saying what they feel. They're trying to demonize. If you don't want a person here because they immigrant, just say that. But why is everybody a rapist and a murderer? Why don't put that on people?
I never said all of them are. I never said that. I said that just as you made the example that one shouldn't speak for all, I was showing the example of how select few, because we're not using a proper
All
screening of getting people
well,
over
we
here.
got to
And on top of
understand.
that, it's unfair. It's unfair to make a person build a castle out of sand. You let people come over here, you take forever to give them citizenship. They build a lifestyle and they're uprooted out of their lifestyle. I don't agree with that, but I agree with blocking more people coming
Do
in.
you agree with justice
What is
over
justice?
the whole?
Let's be real. What's
I'm
justice?
finna ask you. I'm finna tell you right
Justice
now.
has gotten a majority of Black and Hispanic people locked up. So I
Okay,
don't agree
can I
with this
tell you?
definition of justice.
Okay, well, you ain't heard my definition of justice. My definition of justice, first of all, start with giving us reparations.
Okay, I agree with that. I
After we get
100% agree that Black
after
people
you
should have
give us
reparations.
reparations, because we ain't gonna never get along with the whites, because they just don't like us. They don't want us to. Give us our own land. It don't have to be here in America, but just pay, cut out. You should fund it, all that. If you want,
I agree.
if you want peace, let's go down the middle. They don't want to go down the middle and make it right.
Now look, now watch this. Now watch this. Let's say someone just listened to exactly what you said, a young Black man, and he says, man, I really relate to Marrell. But the only thing that registered in his mind is whites ain't never gonna see eye to eye with Blacks. So now instead of sparking the intelligence that you just spoke, it just sparked hatred in him because he's rooted in ignorance. Do you see how easy it is to misinterpret solid information as hate to a person that is not?
Because I'm not gonna leave it at that. If I'm talking, especially if I got that platform that they got, and I'm speaking to the people, I'm gonna be clear about what I'm
Do
saying.
you think they get to sit down with the people editing videos? You're not gonna control what Kevin edited in this fucking video. Kevin gonna put the snippet
He
Kevin
can
wants.
put whatever snippet he want. I
And
didn't
I'm just
tell no.
saying
I
that
didn't look. I
everything
didn't
plants a
tell no.
seed,
Look,
brother.
I didn't tell.
Everything plants a seed.
It don't matter. I didn't tell no lie.
Listen, but what I'm telling you is that people can misinterpret your truth,
They
and
can
that's what we're
misinterpret.
dealing
They
with in
can.
the world. Everybody's telling their truth, and then people
I
are
didn't
misinterpreting it.
misinterpret. I didn't
I didn't
misinterpret
say you
Elon
did. I
Musk
didn't
when
say you did.
he
I said
said "Hail
people
Hitler."
less
I didn't
intelligent than
misinterpret
you.
that. I heard that loud and clear when he
Listen,
said "Hail Hitler." I heard that loud and clear, sir.
All right, you guys, let's
I've
not
been
over
hearing it.
talk. Let's not
We
over
not over
talk each other.
talking. I'm giving him the rundown, and he gonna hit this rundown, whether he like it or not today, because he came up here to talk, and
it's
we
not.
ain't talking
Listen,
about
I'm not
Bitcoin.
opposed.
We talk
I'm
about
not in
racism.
disagreement with nothing you're saying. I'm in full
Great,
agreement with
there,
everything
sir.
you said.
Great. Vote
I'm
Yeah,
for
just
we
vote
telling
for
you
Rio. Then
that I'm
you
just
agree with
telling
everything
you.
I said. Vote for Rio Red. You believe in Rio Red. Believe in West Coast. Death Row.
Real Red don't believe in politics, so there's nothing to vote for. He don't believe in
You
politics.
damn right. I don't believe.
He has
It's
no
not that I
interest
don't
in being.
believe in politics. I don't believe in these politics. No,
Okay, then
no.
change the narrative.
Let me say this. No,
Hey,
no
Michael
person.
Jackson told you best. If you want to change the world, change the man in the mirror,
No,
big dog.
I know I'm not gonna change the world that way.
So let's get back to this Nazis, this protest shit. So these motherfuckers in Ohio and shit, they were like less than 15 deep, and they're like, here come the niggers.
If they really feel that tough, go to the west side or south side of Chicago, and your ass is gonna get obliterated.
And then
Simple. If you Nazis is so tough, go to Chicago and get what's coming to you. Cause
Yes,
them
come
white
over.
hands gonna show
Come
you
on
something.
over. I'm giving you an open invitation. Neo Nazis, come to Chicago. Don't go to the north side. Don't go downtown. Go out west.
Get on the green
Go
line.
out.
Don't
Go
ride the
out
red line.
south.
Get on the green line.
Yeah, just get on the line. Just get on the red line and just ride that sucker all the way 95th. And with your outfit on. By the time you get to 95th, your ass done been whooped 5-7 ways. Just get your ass right on the red line and take your ass. Go say, I'm taking a trip out south. If you're gonna take a trip, all right. I don't know if you're gonna be put all together by the time you make it to 95th. You might just be a pile of dirt because they're gonna whoop your ass. And you might be hanging from the train by that damn squat sticker sign, nigga. We ain't playing with you around there.
Yeah, so then they're on this bridge and shit, and then the crowd starts getting more deeper, and they're like, "Oh, here they come!" And they're like, "I'm ready to fight." And then you can see them starting to get scared and shit. And then, basically, at the end of it, the police had to get them a U-Haul truck, and like all of them had to jump in the U-Haul truck, and they had
I
to
don't even know. I don't even know why the police would support something like that, and that's just
You
a
see what
prime
I was
example
just
why
about to
we
say
should
that.
fund the police. Because
I was just about to say
you
something
would
like
never
that.
let 15 blacks or Hispanics do no shit like that. You
Right.
putting ICE on Hispanics and you putting police on young black men. So I don't agree.
Put the Black Panthers in the patio truck and drive them off when the shit hit the fan. No, you won't do that for niggas, so you ain't gonna do that for them neither. You see what I'm saying? This is the racism I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I
well, no,
agree
some of the
100%.
some of the cops were black too.
So what?
But
We got
again,
house
they were. This is the thing about that. They identifying with their employment before they identifying with they race and culture. So they
right.
doing what's for the wall of blue. They not doing what's for the betterment of their own people. So again, we have to hold individuals accountable. There's people of all colors who self-hate. There's people of all races who self-hate. And
I said that earlier.
I think for people like us, black and brown, before we sitting here steady crying about the people we know openly oppress us, we need to hold ourselves much more accountable. We not supporting that. We not this. We not that. It's just simple. And unfortunately, we could talk on a podcast all day, but it doesn't move the world. What moves the world is economics. So we have to make economic differences. We have to stop spending our money with our oppressors and stop supporting people that are
Say it
look like
again,
us.
sir, for the people who listening. Say that.
We
Say that one
we
more
have
time.
to stop spending money with our oppressors, and we have to stop supporting people who look like us, who are preaching and spewing shit that's to our
That
demise.
mean no Walmart. That mean no Target. That mean no jewels.
And if you want
No
to
Louis
support this,
Vuitton, no Gucci.
if you
Put
want to
that down.
support, if you want to support the podcast and stuff, there's a link in the bio.
It's
to
black
like...
owned. Well, a little bit black owned, halfway. Come and get you a cup, t-shirt, headphones, socks, baby clothes. We got it all. If we don't got it now, it's coming soon. We got lamps for the bed. We got condoms for the freaks. Come on down.
Got a dog. What are those things? Dog collars and
Dog
shit.
collars
Like,
for your puppy, for your mutt. Go get you one down at
with
the
with
Last
this
Rabbit.
with the scarf, for the pets.
Last Rabbit podcast.
I would just like to say something in regards to what we were saying. I do believe that immigrants should be able to come here. I do believe that they should be allowed to come here, but I think that there should, and people don't understand the other side of the fence. The cartels control who gets to cross that border, whether America likes it or not. The cartels extort every single immigrant that crosses that border. Nobody gets past that border without paying the cartel. So again, the Mexican community and the other communities that come through there have to also hold them cartels accountable, but it's hard to do when you're in a third world country. I understand that. At the same token, letting people over here and then making them live in between the cracks is wrong. Because immigrants do pay taxes. Immigrants paid $86 billion last year and they're not able to file on that. But if they get a job, it's coming out of their check. So
Why don't they?
think that,
Why don't they do this to fix that problem?
Hold on one second.
Why don't they force them to be Americans?
Listen, I agree that they should expedite. I don't think that someone should be here 5, 7, 10 years waiting on citizenship. I think that's bullshit. But I do think that if you're gonna come here, you should. The trickery is that when immigrants come here, they're not exposed to Western culture, so they automatically just align with the shit that's actually sometimes in negative to them because they just think that's how America works. We're Americans and we know, there's a lot of shit that don't line up with what America says it is, especially for black and brown. So I just think that it's important that there is a proper process for people to come here. I am not against immigrants. I don't like the idea of splitting families. I just don't like the idea that America will have all these excuses why they can't help their real citizens that are black and brown. And I think it's time America stopped giving all that money away. Just last week, New York got sent $54 million for immigrant reform, and the immigrants are already being deported. This money is being siphoned and used for political purpose, for political people's personal interests. That's money that belongs to your reparations. That's money that
Right.
belongs to taxpaying citizens. So we got to start holding all sides of the coin accountable. It's no more just us protesting at one side. Everything got to change. This whole
I
shit
know.
got to
Well,
change.
that's what I'm saying. Anything that is not right, somebody should speak on it. You know what I'm saying, and go against it and try to get it to be better. But the thing is, we gotta start at the top, and the top is to talk about these people who is in the government, like Donald Trump. Them. These are people that's making the laws. You know, whether it's Biden, Donald Trump, whoever. Because
Well,
All
look,
right,
I,
all right,
I'm
guys.
against
Let's
I'm
anything
let's.
that
receptive
ain't
to a
right.
lot of the stuff you're saying, but I actually think we have to start at the bottom. We have to start at us. We have to stop being so influenced by shit that's destructive to us.
That too.
Stop consuming foods that are poisonous to you. Stop supporting brands that use you for monetary gain. We have to have more value of ourselves, and we have to hold each other accountable. And as we do that, it trickles. The top falls. You know what I'm saying? But if we constantly saying we got to stop the top that has all the resources, all the money, all the power, all the influence, we not doing nothing because they
Yeah.
still keeping us ignorant. We have to exit ignorance.
Yes.
All right, guys. I think we can wrap
Just
this
my
up.
opinion, but I agree with almost everything Morel said.
All right.
And another thing is this. I want to say this before we get out of here. We do have to start with us and change us too. And the first thing that we gotta change with us is stop sitting up, because one thing about it, you ain't gonna make no leeway by partner with these people who you know that's a part of the government who racist, which is damnly most of them. I don't care what you say, it's damnly most of them.
No, I
That's all
agree.
I
I agree.
that's all I want to say about that.
I
Yeah.
agree. But I would
Yeah.
like to say this one example.
Elon Musk is one of them.
No, RFK went to a Congress meeting and openly said that vaccination is bad, specifically for Black people. Black people's immune system is stronger than regular people's, and they don't need vaccination. And vaccination has been known to be more harmful to the Black community than beneficial. The
Right.
one,
I'm not taking it anyway.
hold on, listen. The one Black congresswoman there sat there and was saying how disrespectful he was and how hostile and violent what he was saying is. But whole time, guess who she being funded by? The pharmaceutical industry. So she is taking a payout from the oppressor. So
Right,
people
well,
who
that's the whole
identify,
house nigga. We know
just
house
hear me
niggas
out.
up there.
Just hear me out. Blind people who look like her are just automatically shooting him down, and Black people who are awake are looking at what he said and say, "Yo, the man's literally saying that we're superior and we don't need this," and people are calling him racist. We have to stop the ignorance, bro. People have to stop judging
Yeah,
things how
that's
they
people.
see
That's
it.
people who ain't listening. See, I don't judge nothing.
But there's more ignorant people in America than
I don't
smart.
have no
That's how we
reason
hear.
to be mad at Elon Musk or nobody else. I look at what they doing. I'm not listening to what nobody else saying. He's saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him and hold him accountable for his actions alone. Not what
Well,
I don't go off.
I think you should look at him in his entirety because
I am. I'm looking at him.
people could look
His
at
money. I ain't got nothing to do with that. What he
people
doing with
could
his
look
money?
at 5 seconds of me and you and not like us because we very outspoken. They could have a misinterpretation of
That's
me and
good.
you,
But I
and
ain't
we
said
we
nothing
just
to you.
need to learn to look at people in their entirety. You judge a tree by its fruit. You
What's that?
can't look at one
I'm
rotten
looking
apple.
at his fruit. This is the guy who dressed up and said he the Antichrist. I damn sure can't get
When did
somebody
he say
talking about that.
that? When he said that?
Oh, he said it, sir. I seen the footage.
You
You
seen
ain't
something
seen
that
that.
he
You ain't
related
seen
to?
all Elon Musk, nigga.
He never said that.
He did say that, sir. I seen it. It wasn't AI generated or nothing. He said
Okay, okay.
he dressed
Everybody's
up like
entitled
it.
to their opinion.
No, it ain't an opinion. It's a fact, sir. He
It's a
said he.
fact to you.
No, he said it. I seen him say it. You trying
I
to
don't
tell
know.
me I ain't see him say it now? See,
If
All
you
that's what
give
I'm
me
right.
saying.
about 15 minutes, I could send you a video of you saying some shit you never said.
Man, look, he said it.
Just off this right now, I could take this footage and make you say some shit you never said.
Do that. That you have
And
to
people will argue about
do
what
what you have to
Morel
do.
said.
But I'm saying he said that. You saying that he didn't say it when I'm saying that he did say it. I know that he said
Okay.
it.
Well,
All
look,
I
right.
know that he
I
said
know
it.
the things that he's done for humanity. I know
Have you
the
ever met
information he
Elon Musk
shares.
in person?
I don't need to. I've taken the information and made
I
myself
ain't
rich,
asked
and
you
that's
that,
all that
sir.
matters.
I
I've
ain't
given
said nothing
myself
else.
the resources to help the people around me.
I'm just asking you, have you met him personally? So
No, personally, I have not yet met him.
you don't know his character personally.
I
But
just
you're
know
sticking this much up
I
for
just
him.
know
Alrighty,
the
guys.
information that I've taken from this individual and how I
Alrighty
apply it
then.
to my life.
You like the Antichrist person. I'm not saying he's the Antichrist, but he deemed himself as the Antichrist. All I'm saying is that's the person who I can't be behind nobody who's against God.
Imagine someone saying to you that they can't listen to nothing you say about God just because you drink alcohol. It's
That's
foolish,
good.
bro.
That's good for them. Let them say that.
It's foolish
But
though.
that's not the same thing. You saying you the Antichrist and me someone I drink alcohol, that's two different things. So don't try to throw that at me like that. Because
We know he's not the
you gonna miss
Antichrist.
with that tomato.
All
You
right.
gonna miss with that tomato
All
now.
right. Let's wrap this up. Thank you guys for coming on.
Did you get enough footage, Kevin? Did you get something?
Yeah.